The origin of Holy Week, Part 2. The institution of Sunday. If this was the state of things in the primitive church of Jerusalem, where every day was sanctified by the breaking of bread and spent in prayer and meditation on the passion of our Lord, it is obvious that it could not continue when the faith began to spread outside of Jerusalem. New centers sprang up at Caesarea, Antioch, Ephesus, Smyrna, Corinth, Tessalonica, where the exigency of life made it impossible for these churches to imitate the retired contemplative life of the apostolic church of Jerusalem. The majority of the Christians belonged to the lower classes, slaves, cobblers, tanners, people who had to earn their living and for whom the everyday of the acts, the daily mass, was an impossibility. It naturally followed that one special day in the week was set apart for the assembly when they could all meet together. Everything pointed to the Sabbath being chosen for this day, the day kept sacred by the Jews, the day on which God himself rested after the creation. Here, however, occurs a break with tradition, a fact of the highest importance, as only the apostles could have taken the initiative in this case. The Sabbath was not the day chosen for the liturgical assembly, but the day after, the day we call Sunday, the Lord's Day, the day of our Lord's resurrection, Easter Day. It was the first day of the Hexameron, a term that refers to the 6 days of creation in Genesis 1, when God began creation by saying, "Let there be light." From the very beginning, this day had been rich in symbolical meaning. This was a liturgical revolution, a decision full of import for the future, marking the separation of Christianity from Judaism. Although Christianity owed its origin to the Mosaic religion, yet the mission of the latter was but to prepare the way for that of the Messiah. The church kept as a precious treasure the sacred scriptures. She embodied many Jewish rites in her own ceremonies, but she plainly showed to those who lagged behind in Judaism that she had definitely broken with it. St. Paul brings this out strongly in his epistles. The substitution of the Sunday for the Sabbath must have been a cruel blow to the converted Jews, all the harder to bear as it was repeated every week, a striking proof of the new order of things. The types of former days give way to the new rite. Some witnessed it with regret. Others clung to the Sabbath and left the church. The Judaism Christian used it as a fresh cause of complaint against the church, whom they accused of throwing aside too lightly the Mosaic customs. The institution of the Sunday, mentioned in the Acts and the Apocalypse, was thus a very instructive lesson for the Christians of those days. For more stories, please visit our website, www.pamphletstoinspire.com.